But we do provide complete training. So, if somebody is accepted to work with us, we would completely train you on how to do everything. So I want to share with you that real quick. The training program that we have is one that we're very proud of. It's one that we're pretty well known for. The training program is broken into 3 different stages. The first stage of our training program is what we call the business seminar. And this is comprised of basically just 3 partial days of training. It's conducted here at this office. It's run with me, some of my assistant staff, key staff gets involved sometimes. But the training's pretty fun. It's pretty laid back. We play with the knives. We get a chance to know them really well, which I feel is important because isn't it easier to talk about anything you know real well? It is, right? I mean, don't you hate it when you go and talk to somebody that's representing a product or service, you ask them questions, they're like, oh, that's work here. I think those are really good. A lot of people like those. I mean, their answers aren't real specific. They don't really know a lot about the products. Well, even though these are very easy to learn, you can take the time to make sure people feel really comfortable with them and they can answer any questions. That's what they would ask. But we don't really need 3 days of training to teach you just on that. I mean, the products are, like I said, it's pretty easy to pick up on. But you spend time on other things that we spend time more talking about your communication skills, your verbals, your nonverbals, your rapport building skills, listening skills. We work on social graces, manners, I mean, all those kind of things just because, I mean, do you guys feel like communication skills are important in the business world? Maybe the most important, And so we take quite a bit of time, working on even those kind of things. And it's because of the training and because of the experience that people can gain from working with our company is one of the reasons why, depending where somebody goes to school and on their major, somebody can earn anywhere from 3 to 6 hours of college credit through working with our work program, which is kind of nice. It beats sitting in a classroom all semester anyway, and you can add on to some hours. If somebody is accepted from the interview, I would need a counselor's name, phone number, where you go to school, and of course your degree plan, and you might be able to work something out for you here. So anyway, but that's something that we do have available. The second phase of the training program is what we call our practice appointments. And the practice appointments is just a great opportunity for people to take what they've learned in the training program and just apply it with, people that they know. Why do you think we'd have somebody start off just initially with people that they know? Any ideas? Sure. Feel more comfortable, much more, relaxed. Screw up doesn't matter, right? Those kind of things. And that's not uncommon to make mistakes when you're brand new. I mean, anytime you try anything for the first time, are you ever really good at it? Yeah, exactly. I remember when I first started working with a company, I never sold anything before. Well, my only sales experience was like selling M&Ms in second grade or something. Okay, didn't really count for much. I remember I needed the training. The training was very helpful for me, even though for some people they had experience. For me, it helped me out quite a bit. The practice appointments really helped me out because it allowed me to be able to get some experience while I was still training. And of course, I did my first practice appointment. I did it to my mom and dad, good old mom and dad. And they wanted to see it anyway, just because I'd been talking about it for 3 days during training. So I did my first practice with them. And I remember I sat down with them, I showed them the products, and I was a little nervous. I was a little excited, whatever. And I remember I cut too far through the penny. Abraham Lincoln's head went like flying across the room. It was not one of the smoothest demos. I had to look at my notes a few times, whatever. But I guess what I remember most, this was 8 years ago. I've been with the company for quite some time. I started in high school, worked my way through school, through college with the company. And even though it's been a long time ago, I still remember, I guess one thing I remember very, very well is that in that first demo, every time I told my parents the products would do something, they did. I told them to cut through the road. I just remember it went through like in half a stroke. I remember like on the weather, it went right through it. Even though I cut, even on the pennies, even though I flew across the room, it still cut right through the penny. And what was great about that was that the products never let me down. If I told them it did something, it did. And even though I wasn't real smooth, they didn't really pay a lot of attention to me anyway. They were paying more attention to the products. And and I guess part of that really made a big difference was that at the end, they really liked the products. And they ended up, getting all set. Of course, I was fired up out. But I wish I could tell you it's because I sold it to them. I wish I could tell you it's because I was so good. I was so smooth, but it wasn't. They bought it because, well, they've been using knives longer than I'd even been alive, so it wasn't like they couldn't tell if it was good or not. They could just tell in comparison to all the products they'd used their whole lives. They loved it. They thought it was the best cutlery they'd ever used, so they got it. But all the same, even though I wasn't real smooth that first demo, it was a great experience for me. Of course, the more I practiced, the better I got. but it also built my confidence a lot in just the fact that the products were very good. You know, the fact that the products really were influential just in themselves. And that was such an important experience that the company actually feels like it's important enough that they'll pay the full pay rate, even for the practice. You know, so it doesn't matter if somebody buys you or not, the pay rate of $9 can still be applicable even during the practice period, which is kind of nice. The third stage of the training program is what I call advanced training. And the advanced trainings are great because the advanced trainings give us a chance to kind of follow up, you know, to polish up a few rough areas that might need help on, teach a few advanced principles to add on. And I call advanced training kind of our handling approach to the business, you know, just because, you know, most of the people that start working with us were a lot like myself. Maybe hadn't had any sales experience or very little. As a matter of fact, our training program is designed to take somebody with zero experience, you know, and carry it through. Sometimes this is people's first job, you know, but the nice part about it is that the follow-ups allow people to get better, improve on their skills. And with this type of training program broken down in these different stages, kind of that spaced repetition formal learning allows people to retain the information, to learn better. And basically, whether somebody had a lot of experience before they start working for us or zero experience before they start working for us, we can get everybody to the same level by the time we finish the training. And that's why we set it up like that. Does that make sense why we're so thorough with our training program? Very good. You know,